Nyajong, wherever you are in the world today, welcome. Here. Today, I wanted to make my case for Bitcoin. Before we start, I just want to say that Bitcoin is invisible, so it is very hard to understand in the physical world. You have to be open-minded and think differently. My agenda for today is, first, let's start with a little bit of history about money. What is Bitcoin? Why does Bitcoin have value? Models used to determine Bitcoin's value. And finally, if you should buy or invest in Bitcoin. To better understand Bitcoin, we have to get a general understanding of what money is. Money is anything accepted as payment for goods and services. It represents value and makes it easier for people to trade. Throughout history, money has arrived in different forms like seashells, rocks, coins, paper bills, credit cards, and digital numbers on a screen. Today, we mostly think of money in digital form like credit cards and financial apps like Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. Cash is hardly used anymore. Money serves three functions in society. They are store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account. Over time, a thing naturally became good money because it had characteristics that made everyone accept it as money. These traits are durable, divisible, portable, limited supply. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the next evolution of money. It's open source internet protocol software. It solves the double spend problem. Bitcoin is a public ledger distributed around the world. It enables peer-to-peer to transfer value through the internet without a third party, like a bank. The internet is made up of open source protocol software. Bitcoin is the final piece of the protocol software. Bitcoin can be sort of like domain names. If you've ever bought a domain name, you will understand why it has value. So why does a domain name have value? The reason why is because it is limited in supply. There's only one Apple.com or one Tesla.com. This is similar to the fact that there's only 21 million Bitcoins available for use. The value of Bitcoin will go up as more and more people use it, just like the value of Amazon or Facebook has gone up because more and more people are using that platform. Just like the value of domain names have gone up over the past 30 years because all good domain names have been taken. For example, the domain name voice.com was purchased for $25 30 years ago, and it was sold for $30 million in 2019. Why does Bitcoin have value? It has value because it has all the functions of money. It has value because it has all the characteristics of money and more. As a side note here, Bitcoin has all the functions of money and all the functions or all the characteristics of money in one single entity. This is the real innovation that is hard to see. Useful things you can do with Bitcoin that's easier to see. Digital payments. Bitcoin allows users to make peer-to-peer payments without the need for banks. Investments. Many people buy Bitcoin as an investment, hoping that its value will increase over time, just like real estate. Remittances. Bitcoin can be used to send money across borders or countries quickly and cheaply. Micropayments. Bitcoin's divisibility allow for micropayments, which are transactions involving very small amounts of money, like cents. Online shopping. More and more merchants are accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment for goods and services. Side note again, majority of all people around the world are using Bitcoin as a store of value. This means they are using it like a savings account to preserve their purchasing power. Models used to determine Bitcoin's value. These are mental models or ideas used to determine its value. Again, I just made a little list of these. You can further research these information yourself. Bitcoin is digital gold. Bitcoin as a reserve currency of the world. Bitcoin will demonetize all physical assets like real estate. Bitcoin will be the global base layer money transfer network. Stats and data collected to determine Bitcoin's value. These are graphs, charts, data that Bitcoiners have collected. Again, I'm just going to list them for you. You can further research this and get more in-depth information. The first one is stock to flow ratio. Then it's Metcalfe's law, historical trendline analysis, having supply demand economics, S-curve adoption. Side note, researching these graphs, charts, and data will help you develop your conviction. So we're here to the big question. Should you buy or invest in Bitcoin? In my honest opinion, you should not buy or invest in Bitcoin if I or someone else is telling you to do so. If you have to ask someone for advice about doing something, then you are not ready to do that thing. This reminds me of a Mozart story. It goes a little bit something like this. One man came to Mozart and asked him how to write a symphony. Mozart replied, "You are too young to write a symphony." Then the man said, "You were writing symphonies when you were 10 years of age. I am 21. Mozart said, "Yes, but I didn't run around asking people how to do it." In conclusion, I would say concentrate on paying off all your debts and meeting all your expenses before even considering Bitcoin. You have to think outside of the physical world, or you will never see the value of Bitcoin in the invisible world. That means you have to learn to think differently. I'm not going to lie to you, Bitcoin is volatile. It can drop over 50% in a month without any signs. The only way to deal with volatility is through education. As always, I encourage everyone to figure out how you can become rich in Bitcoin. Hopefully, in your journey to becoming rich, you will figure out the true value of Bitcoin and bring that value back into our community. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Feel free to comment. Everything I say here is just my opinion only, 股这给啥事, and it's not financial advice. 用这赔了，上得多的股，也别骂他，心机多。